Hey everybody, what is going on? This is Orby3NWO bringing you my top 5 under the radar safeties for Madden 13. This is the first year that I've done any defense, so I'd really like to hear what you guys think. Again, these aren't the best safeties in Madden, but these are some guys that'll save you a lot of cap space if you want to use these guys in your coach mode or in your superstar mode, or if you just want to use them against your friends, maybe they haven't heard of them, and look like a real Madden genius. So let's jump right into the list. Now on this list, I just combined the free safeties and the strong safeties, so realize that these guys are going to have a little bit different skill sets. One person that kind of throws this all off, though, is the number 5, Brandon Hardin for the Bears. He's a free safety, but he plays a lot like a strong safety. He's not great in coverage. He can cover, but that's not his strong suit. His strong suit is his hit power and his tackling ability, so you may even want to switch him. You can see right there, he's got some hit power. You may want to switch him over to strong safety if you pick him up. His speed is a 91, acceleration's an 86, and agility's an 85, which are all very good. His strength is a 72, which is the highest on this list. He's got a 74 tackle, which is also the highest on this list. If you look at some of his other stats, he's got a 87 jump, which is great, 78 pursuit, and his man and zone coverage are 64 and 76 respectively. So they're pretty good as well. But his hit power is an 87. The guy is much more suited to be up close to the line, to come in and stop plays, stop the run, different things like that. He'd be great at covering tight ends. Again, he's okay in a zone, so it's not really such a big deal if you use him as a free safety, but I think he works a lot better as a strong safety. Play him up close to the line, watch him stuff the run, watch him kill those tight ends on their little pass routes. This guy's got everything. Another guy that kind of bucks the trend of the free safety, strong safety is Amari Rodgers. This is number 4 on our list. I think it's Spivey, could be Spivey. Plays for the Lions. He's very good. His speed is an 86, acceleration is an 88, and agility is a 90. So that fits a little more with like what you'd think of from a strong safety. But you look a little closer. His strength is only a 55, and his tackle is just a 66, to go along with only 65 hit power, which all seems pretty low, especially for someone that's going to be up trying to make solo tackles or stopping the run, things like that. This guy is quite a bit better in coverage than we've seen so far, so you may want to think about flipping him over to free safety. Let's look at some of his other stats. His jump is an 88, which is very good. Pursuit's a 74, and his zone coverage is an 82, which is one of the higher numbers on this list. So you may want to think about, putting him out in the back, letting him be that last line of defense, and helping your cornerbacks out when they get beat. He's very good at that. And one thing that does seem weird, his hit power is a 65, but the more that I played with this guy, and you'll see in these clips, I think that number's a little low. He is really laying the wood to some people. You'll see he really kind of lights this guy up here. He can bust out a few passes if you need him to. Number 3 is the Chargers' Darrell Stuckey. This guy's a free safety, and he plays very much like one. He has 89 speed, 85 acceleration, and 88 agility, which is very good. Plenty of speed and movement around to be a free safety out there. His strength is the lowest on this list. It's a 51, so he really does do better working with passes as opposed to trying to stop the run with this guy. His tackle is a 68, which is good enough to bring down some wide receivers. The things that really set this guy apart and really help him in his position are these that are coming up here. His jumping is a 90, which is very good. Pursuit's a 72. His man coverage is only a 62, but his zone coverage is an 82. When you stack that 82 zone coverage with the 90 jumping and the 89 speed, this guy can do just about anything he needs to as a free safety. He'll go up, he'll pick off passes. You can see in that coverage right there, he covered the guy so well, they had to go the other way, which let Kason get that pick there. This guy, he plays more like a corner, I feel like. It's like having an extra corner on the field, like you're playing nickel without having to put in nickel. He can make tackles if you need him to, but his hit power is only a 64. That's the lowest on this list. I wouldn't really trust him much in that type of situation. Let him go up and do things like this for you and watch him make some good returns. This guy's a pick machine. Number 2 is the Panthers' Sherrod Martin. This is a free safety out of Troy College, and I love having this guy on this list because he can do a little bit of everything. His speed is an 88, acceleration's a 91, and his agility's a 90, which are all very high. His tackle is only a 51, so you would think that, he's the typical free safety, play back and coverage. But look at some of these other stats. He has 92 jump, and his man coverage is a 74 to go along with an 80 zone coverage. That's the highest zone and man coverage combination we've seen, and the highest on this list. His hit power, though, is a 72, and his press is a 75, so he can make tackles. You saw in the first clip, he'll even go through his own teammates to make tackles. Don't worry about him on that aspect, and you really don't have to worry about him in coverage. You can run him however you like. Most people would probably play him back as a regular free safety in coverage, but you can put this guy on the line and he will stop people just as well with that high hit power. I like running him, either way, bringing him from blitzes and letting him play back. The guy's a monster. You can use him however you want. Number 1 is not only my favorite top 5 under the radar safety, he's also one of my favorite safeties to play with no matter what. It's Taylor Mays from the Bengals. He's a strong safety. This guy is a freak. Listen to these stats. Speed is a 95, acceleration's a 93, and his agility is a 95. That sounds like wide receiver stats to me. His strength is a 68, which is the second highest on this list. He's got good tackling stats, 66. His jump is a 96, which is head and shoulders above everyone else. His pursuit is an 85, which is, again, almost 10 points higher than anyone else on this list. Man coverage is only a 57, but his zone coverage is an 81, and his hit power is a 91, to go along with 70 block shedding. You can really run him however you want. I've said that about a lot of these guys, but the way I like to play with this guy is like an extra linebacker. Bring him up, let him stop the run, let him crush running backs, quarterbacks if they're trying to scramble. The hit power on this guy is ridiculous. He will cause a lot of forced fumbles for you. Get him out there, see what you think about him, let me know how you like it. Alright guys, that was my top 5 under the radar safeties for Madden 13. I hope you enjoyed this list. This is the first time I've done a defensive type of player, so let me know what you think. Let me know if you think that the list should have been in a different order. If I left somebody off, I'd love to hear that. Also, let me know which position you'd like to see next. We've got all the defense left, so let me know in the comment section on that. Again guys, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the videos.